In this example video, we're looking at finding exact values using the addition and double angle formulae. And in this example here, we're looking to find the exact value of sine of 75 degrees in this exact form presented here. And what we want to do here is split sine of 75 degrees into two smaller exact values that we know for the trigonometric function of sine, and then we can easily present it in this form here. Well, sine of 75 degrees, we can easily split that up here into two smaller exact values, and take a moment here just to think about what we'd split this up into. And hopefully you could figure this out. What we're going to split this up into here is 30 degrees and 45 degrees. So in this case now, we're going to use our addition formula here for sine. And writing that out in full here, what we obtain is sine of A plus or minus B is equal to sine A cos B. So sine A cos B, and this is plus or minus sine B cos A. Okay, so we're going to use this formula here in this context here now with sine of 30 degrees plus 45 degrees. So therefore, sine of 30 degrees plus 45 degrees, well, that's simply going to give us here sine of 30, so that's sine of 30 degrees, times by cos of B. Well, in this case, that's going to be cos of 45 degrees, so times by cos 45 degrees. In this case, because we're adding 30 degrees and 45 degrees together, that means we're also going to add here sine B cos A. So it's going to be plus sine B, so it's going to be sine of 45 degrees times by cos of 30 degrees. So cos of 30 degrees there. Okay, so cos 30 degrees there. And all we need to do now is just evaluate these exact values for sine 30, cos 45, sine 45, and cos 30 there. Okay, and they're all in degrees. And if we evaluate these, well, sine of 30 degrees, that's simply a half, 1 over 2. Cos of 45 degrees, well, that's 1 over root 2. So we're going to times that by 1 over square root of 2. So that's this product here. So that's sine of 30 degrees times by cos of 45 degrees. And again, all we need to do now is evaluate this product here. And again, I'll write this in brackets just so it's clear what we've got. Well, sine of 45 degrees, that's going to give us 1 over the square root of 2. And cos of 30 degrees, well, that exact value is simply root 3 over 2. Okay. And here now, all we need to do is simplify these products here. So 1 over 2 times by 1 over root 2. Well, that's simply going to give us 1 over 2 root 2. And here, evaluating this product, this is 1 over root 2 times by root 3 over 2. Well, here, this is just going to evaluate to give us root 3 over 2 root 2. Now, at this point here, we don't quite have it in this form here, 1 over a root b times by this bracket here of c plus root d. Well, what they've done here is factored out this 1 over a root b. And if we look at our sum here of 1 over 2 root 2 plus root 3 over 2 root 2, we can simply factor out this 1 over a root b in the form of 1 over 2 root 2. So we've factored that out now. And in this case then, all we've got to think about here is what do I times 1 over 2 root 2 by to get 1 over 2 root 2. And in that case, that's simply going to be 1 there. Okay, so we obtain 1 as this c term here. And this root d then, all we've got to think about is what do I times 1 over 2 root 2 to get root 3 over 2 root 2. And in that case, that's simply going to be plus root 3 there. Okay, and that gives us our solution there to this example. And in that case, our a is going to be 2, our b will also be 2, c will be 1, and d will be 3 there.